Someone is watching your chimney. They aren't looking at your heat. They are looking for an excuse. When the smoke police come knocking, they are armed with a stopwatch and a subjective glance. But what if you were armed with the truth? Today we are moving past "it looks like smoke" to "here is the data," the fact-based data. I'm going to show you how a 30-second startup spike can look like a violation to the human eye, and how time-stamped, fact-based measurements are the only defense you will need to keep your hearth burning and your home private. The core of your defense is the difference between visual opacity, what a person thinks they see, and instrumented opacity, what the smokeless chimney opacity sensor actually measured. The argument agencies often cite residents based on persistent smoke. The data your chart can show even your worst smoke events lasted less than 60 seconds. You can prove that your stove is not persistently smoking. It is simply undergoing a standard 45-second startup phase. Understanding the 6-minute rule. Air quality jurisdictions use a 20% opacity for 6 minutes as a threshold for a fine. Preparation. Keep a log or a rolling buffer of your sensor data. The defense. If an inspector claims that you were over the limit at 2 p.m., you can pull up your data and show at 2 p.m. my opacity was 1.2%. The only time it hit 20% was at 8:05 a.m. for exactly 45 seconds during lighting. Using the tail slope to prove efficiency. The smoke police often associate lower temperatures with smoldering, which causes high smoke. The argument: you aren't burning hot enough, you must be smoldering. The data. Our tail slope analysis proves that as your temperatures drop, the cooling phase, the opacity stays near zero. This proves the fire was out or in a clean burn charcoal phase, not smoldering. Correlation as evidence of proper operation. The defense. You can show that as your fire grew, you adjusted the combustion air supply, the voltage spikes in the data, and the opacity responded by dropping. This demonstrates operator was attentive and the equipment was functioning as engineered. How to prepare. The black box approach. To defend against future visits, homeowners can find out who can supply an opacity sensor, contact your local wood stove store, maintain a clean burn library, keeping records of your best burns to show a baseline for normal operating procedure, and calibration records. Keep the specs for your opacity sensor handy to prove its accuracy, wavelength, lux sensitivity if the agency tries to dismiss the data.